Yesterday, you may recall, we had a call from a lady named Sue, who was invited, apparently unbeknownst to the president's folks, to listen in on a discussion, a phone discussion, at a rally that was taking place of some sort about immigration. Sue, how are you?
I'm very good, Mark. Thank you for having me on the show.
Now, Sue, who can also be heard on WCBM on the weekends, I learned, Sue Payne. Sue, we don't have a lot of time, so go ahead and summarize what took place in that call.
Well, what took place on the call was there was the Task Force on New Americans, which Obama established on November 21st. Remember, when he went to Las Vegas, the media said he was signing an executive order for 5 million illegal aliens to become deferred. In reality, what he did was sign a memorandum that created the Task Force on New Americans, which was going to implement his amnesty mill for the 5 million illegals, which I believe is going to be more than that, Mark. I think he was planning, and on these conference calls it became clear that he's looking at 13 to 15 million to give protection and move them on to citizenship. What happened in the conference calls was there was a representative from 16, each of the members of his cabinet. So there were 16 representatives there. And Cecilia Muniz was on the first call. And they began to talk.
Hold on now. And she is a top advisor to the president on this and a former senior official with LULAC. Go right ahead.
Yes.
Or La Raza.
And she's chairing this task force. And so what became clear is that once these illegals come out of the shadows, so to speak, their communities that they're living in now are going to be redesignated as receiving communities. And what this task force is designed to do is to create a welcoming feeling among these receiving communities to bring in these immigrants, bring them out in the open, but the receiving communities will then soon morph into what was established an emerging immigrant community. And to do that, what they said was that we need to start looking at the immigrant as a seedling. And for the seedling to grow, the seedling needs to be in fertile soil. And the fertile soil...
All right, let's hold on. We've got the seedling, the fertile soil in these new communities. Good Lord, this sounds like Plato's Republic. It sounds like Marxism. It sounds like Mao's China. But don't hang up, Sue. We'll be right back.
Mark doesn't suffer fools well. So, if you're a fool, don't call 877-381-3811.
So I'm listening to some of these speeches during the break at CPAC, by the way, and they are great. And I just turned down Scott Walker. Terrific. Just terrific. So we have a handful of candidates here. They give you hope. Hillsdale College. You know, if you're like many Americans, you know the Constitution is crucially important. If you're like Dick Durbin, you don't. But thankfully, most of us aren't like Dick Durbin. But do you really know what's in the Constitution? Because it belongs to you. Hillsdale College has declared 2015 the year of the Constitution. They teach it better than anyone else. In fact, every student, regardless of their major, is required to master a course on the Constitution. Now, this course is available to you online, and it's absolutely free. Every one of us, we owe it to ourselves to understand the Constitution. And our kids and our grandkids and our brothers and our sisters, bring them along too. I mean, we can't have freedom without our Constitution. And the course is Constitution 101, and it's provided free as part of Hillsdale's basic mission to defend liberty. So register today. It's free. Once you start the course, you'll receive a new lecture every week that you can watch whenever you want, along with readings and discussion boards and more. It gets very exciting. You can really get into it if you want to. So make 2015 your year to learn all about the Constitution. You become a constitutional scholar. Sign up for Constitution 101. It's free at levinforhillsdale.com. That's levinforhillsdale.com. Now we're going to go back to Sue. So, Sue, we have these special little communities and seedlings and fertilizer, and then what?
Well, eventually the seedlings will take over the host, and the immigrants will come out of the shadows, and what I got from the meetings was they would be pushing the citizens into the shadows. They would be taking over the country. In fact, one of the members of the task force actually said that we would be developing a country within a country. There was a couple of buzzwords that were really disturbing to hear. That was one of them. One was from the White House spokesman said that immigrants need to be aware of the benefits they are entitled to, which led to another comment saying that this group that Obama's going to pardon or give amnesty to would not be interested in assimilating. They would navigate, not assimilate, and go into
All right,
our
stop
benefits.
there. That's very, very important. So these are officials in the White House talking about people not assimilating but navigating. And you know, Sue, this plays right into what Obama was saying, and I played a clip of that, where he's not talking about assimilation either. He's actually talking almost, he doesn't use the word, about conquering. Did you get that impression?
Oh, yes, especially when it became very clear the receiving communities would be morphing into the emergent immigrant communities. And there was also a couple other things that were very disturbing. One was that as soon as this decision is pushed through, these immigrants need to be treated as refugees. They need to be given cash. They need medical care. They need to use credit cards to pay for any documents that they need. And also, we need to convince state and local governments to cut these people no-interest loans with taxpayer dollars so they can then pay for their papers, as if we were funding our own destruction here.
This is amazing. And what amazes me, Sue, is how this has progressed, how advanced this strategy is. Obviously, it's been in the works for years and years. It's just incredible. I mean, and if you hadn't been in on this phone call, we wouldn't even know about this.
No, you wouldn't. It was a series of 3 calls. And, Mark, also, they said there was going to be a great deal of older immigrants in this batch, and that we needed to make sure that the receiving communities knew that the older or elderly unskilled can contribute to these receiving communities, and that the government should understand that immigrants need to age successfully. Immigrants in successful aging, and we need to get them into Social Security as soon as possible so that they can age successfully within their country, within a country.
This is unbelievable what's going on inside this country, inside the gates of the White House, without any authority, without the knowledge of the American people. I feel like this is a completely surreptitious government. I feel like we're the ones who are in the shadows. I feel like we're the ones who are being cut out of the information flow. Like I say, this is no republic. I don't know what the hell this is. Now, Sue Payne of WCBM. Well, hold on now. Are you posting this information anywhere?
No, I haven't done it. Now, the WCBM program I do with Delegate Pat McDonough, who, Mark, is a godsend to the state of Maryland. He is the guy.
I know, but Sue, I'm trying to find out if people can get this information. They're going to be contacting us. Are you going to post anything?
I have not posted anything. If they want to contact me...
Well, if you... No, slow down now. If you do post something, you'll let us know. Okay?
Oh, yeah,
I don't want 300,000 people trying to contact you. It would be much better if you guys post some information, the kind of things you just told me, so we can send people to a link.
Yes, I agree with you. And also, Mark, in closing, I just want to say that what's scary about this vote that's going on right now about the Homeland Security and funding or defunding Obama's executive order is that they spoke in this call, Mark, about their willingness to leverage federal funds. And what I got from that was if this thing goes through and they fund Homeland Security, then all these cabinet offices will be willing to just leverage their funds.
Yeah, it's very important that you and Pat McDonough write this up, get it up on a website, maybe at WCBM, and then you'll let Mr. Producer know, and we will link to it. Can you try and do that?
Yeah, I'll try and do that and
right.
Get something to Richard. And I really appreciate you giving us the time to educate those citizens, because this is an insidious thing, Mark.
Oh, it's stunning. Your information is crucial. I'd never heard all this before. All right, Sue, hang in there. Give my best to all my brothers and sisters at WCBM and my buddy Tom Marr, my man.
Yes, I will. And thank you again, Mark. Bless your heart.
All right, God bless you. Wow, do you believe this? Oh, we shouldn't be surprised. It's not a question of being surprised. It's a question of being stunned at just how extensive these activities are, just how pervasive they are, going on in the shadows. This isn't our government. I don't know what the hell this is. The radicals are in control. Well, there you go. All right, let's take some calls.